Bien, thank you so much for coming.
Yo, thank you for having me.
I've been probably Sauti Soul's biggest fan from day one. I've seen you guys playing at Allianz.
Yeah.
I used to take girls out on dates when you'd play at, I don't know if you remember, I used to do these shows at Gigiri in Village Market at the, what was that place called? Tamambo. Do you remember?
Bro, that's actually 20 years ago.
That's 20 years ago, yeah. You know, I mean, when I say I'm a big fan, and then we became friends many years later.
Yeah.
And then we recently met at a funeral. And I had always known you had a very close relationship with this specific mzee. What I think you didn't know is I too also had a very special relationship with the mzee. So we bonded about that.
Yeah.
And it turns out that he was Sauti Soul's chairman.
Yes.
This is, of course, the late and great Mushiro Kuria.
Yes.
A legend, my mentor, of course, Sauti Soul and Bien mentor.
Yeah.
Walk me through that. Like, how did you meet? Because Mushiro Kuria is like, what do you call it?
He's
corporate.
a business guy, yeah. Mad corporate.
Mad corporate. How did he stumble on Sauti Soul and Bien?
I think 10 years ago, 2016, he was retiring. And his office knew that he loves Sauti Soul. So his office was like, guys, we would love you to come play 3 songs for our chairman who's retiring. But we don't have budget. I was like, man, how much are they talking?
I'm tired of this story.
Yeah, but they had 500K.
Oh.
And I was like, 500K, yeah. At that time, we were charging, I think, $1 million. And we were on top of the world. It was Surayako days. You know, like, we chucked hits by that time.
Yeah. Remember that time? Hey, you helped me.
Marination.
Hey, boss, you helped me.
Yeah, it was Surayako days. So it was on a Wednesday night. And we just decided with the boys, there's nothing we're doing on a Wednesday night. I think let's go collect 500K on a Wednesday night. It's not bad. So we went, and then when we got there, we were surprised, like, Chairman, today we have a surprise for you, and it's Sauti Soul. Hey, we went there, we played 3 jams. After playing 3 jams, I was just like, you know what, man, we are here.
We're here.
We might as well just play
our
entire set. So we ended up playing for like an hour and a half.
Oh, beautiful.
And
that's good service. You know, I know corporate, you blew their minds.
Oh, man, yeah. They were going nuts. They were like, oh, my God, no, please, you can stop.
Yeah.
You can stop.
Because now it became contractual issues.
And then I was like, do you guys want to continue? They're like, yeah, because the party was live, you know. Guys were drunk. And we just went on. We rocked on, man. We played for like an hour and a half. And then after, he asked the team, oh, man, you guys got me Sauti Soul. Yeah, how much did you pay them? And they said 500K. And he was livid.
He was pissed.
He was like, how dare you disrespect them like that? Like, do you know who Sauti Soul are?
Yeah.
You should have told me. We should have paid them their market rate.
Yeah.
So he called our manager and he was like, yo, man, I'd really, really like to do something for the boys because they really showed up for me in a time when I needed them. So he invites us to his house. And you know that time, us guys are just killing. We had moved from Buru. Now we lived in Kilelesho.
You know, you used to make fun of me.
Eh?
You used to call me Barbie.
So to be a Miakile that time, and I didn't have friends in Runda. In fact, to be honest,
no, you had me.
When you saw Runda,
I'm Gigiri down. I grew up down, literally walking.
But I never like had a friend who I went to visit frequently. You know, so he invited us to his house, and that day, me, I just thought we were going for lunch at someone's crib. And we pull up, and this guy has a whole Lebanese spread.
Damn.
A tent outside on his garden. Like, he made an event out of it. He invited his family, and he thanked us like we are the most important people in the world.
Yeah. That sounds like him.
And he just was like, man, I'm a fan of you guys. And he told us the number of times he's come for Sauti Soul concerts with his daughter, Mukami.
Mukami.
And he'd come and he'd watched us one time in the rain at Uhuru Gardens when Freshly Ground was playing in Kenya.
I was there too.
Yeah, for that show that rained.
Yeah,
he was there with Mukami, and that's when our relationship started.
Okay.
So he just became like like a good friend. We'd bump into each other once in a while. But in 2020, COVID was a good time because we really structured our business around COVID. And we decided to corporatize. And we were like, who can be a good chairman?
So you sort of set up this thing called Soul Generation.
It was always there.
Okay. What was the entity that Sauti Soul traded as?
Sauti Soul Entertainment.
Ah.
Yeah.
So now you are corporatizing.
But now we had Soul Generation because now we had artists, we had a label.
Yes.
And then we had just started, we just started with Soul Fest, our festival as well.
Yes.
And we had a life coach because that time is when we were going through our split.
Yes.
And
the
our
first
life
one.
coach, our life coach was like, no, in 2020 actually is when we were now.
It's already been 6 years.
It's been a long time since.
Damn.
So doesn't put on another project since Midnight Train. That was like 2020.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Damn.
So our life coach was like, you guys have built so much together that it only makes sense that your businesses keep on going.
Yeah, and the royalty.
So who can we introduce to help you structure your business? And because he had retired, and when we were speaking to him, he said the things that he wanted to really get into after his retirement were being the chairman of a music company, because he really had passion for the arts.
Yeah, he loves rumba.
He's a rumba head.
Yeah, he's a rumba head. I used to listen to rumba.
Yeah.
The first time I had proper rumba was actually with Mukami.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand because now Mukami in my mind was the posh girl. If you thought I was posh, I used
Mukami
to think
mad posh.
Mad posh, And then here's this posh girl playing me rumba.
Mukami will play for you Mangalepa. Will play for you Lewanyika.
And that's her favorite music.
It's her favorite genre. She gets it from her dad.
Yeah.
So our life coach goes to Muthaiga Country Club and meets Mr. Kuria and asks him, you would like to be the chairman of the board of Sauti Soul? And he's like, 100%,
hell yeah.
Because he wanted to do something in the arts, not to be a chairman or something. He wanted to do something in the arts. He also wanted to have a restaurant, like a dream of his. He wanted to do something with a family trust.
Yes.
He wanted to do other things. Of course, he continued doing other things in business and mentoring a lot of people, and so many young guys. And he said yes. So we had a meeting with him at the Tribe. And we've gone through, by that time our company also has gone through a couple evolutions. We did the Stanford Seed program and we had already some form of business structure. We had business coaches, but I wasn't mature enough at that time to appreciate the Stanford Seed program or the business coaches who were coming into our business, because I was just young, I was partying, I was smoking pot. I was just very obsessed with the music part of things.
Because the business to you was not interesting, not exciting.
It felt like physics.
It was extra work.
Yeah,
it was the admin that is irritating.
Yeah, and I used to sit down through those Stanford Seed things, and I used to feel like I'm being measured the same way my math teacher used to measure me with calculus.
There's also some childhood trauma there.
Yeah, and when I look back, I should have paid attention. But
it's a great program,
Savara did pay attention. Polycarp did pay attention. So the good thing about being in a group is at least two of you can.
You bebana.
You bebana, man. In one way or the other. So me, I said, I'm going to write the songs. You guys figure out this Stanford shit. Because Savara and Polycarp studied business.
Yes.
Polycarp actuarial science.
Polycarp is actually an actual scientist.
Yes. And then Savara business. But anyway, so we sit down with Mr. Kuria, and then he calls our accountant. And our accountant walks in trembling. Because our accountant knows of Mr. Kuria from accounting circle.
He was a dog.
He was the boss auditor of this town. And Africa, actually. So our accountant comes and opens up our books. And Mr. Kuria explained to us our numbers like nursery school children. And I understood. Finally.
You finally understood.
I understood first of all, I discovered we were making money.
Damn. Oh my God.
I was like, what?
Are we making money?
Tuko mafutani hivi, yeah. But he was like, you guys have made this much, but also look at your expenses. Okay, what are we spending money on? There's the bill there of Jabba Juice that's running into the millions. You know, there's just like, okay, but it wasn't, I don't think Sauti Sol was ever, we were never spendthrifts.
Yeah. I don't see you that way.
But we really, you know, we needed to cut down our expenses, and he just he shed a lot of light on how to make sense of our numbers. We did projections, we did a P&L. We'd never done a P&L for our company before.
That is wild.
Imagine. And to date, I tell artists, like, do you guys do P&Ls, influencers? Like, do you sit down and see how much money you made last year, how much money you spent? Do you do projections for the year? Do you give yourself a target?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Kuria now gave us targets. It's like, yo, next year now you guys need to make 30% more.
Yeah, because that's how you run a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next year, we made 30% more.
Because you had a goal.
Yeah, we had a goal. We never had goals.
Oh.
We just used to work. You know, we just used to work. And he said, I remember he said to us, I usually go watch the older bands, the Maroon Commandos, the Lewanyikas and stuff. And he said, I will never let you guys end up like that.
Damn.
Not to say that they're not doing well, but he said, like, I want you guys to be wealthy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we did Soulfest year one. I think we made like 20 mic. And we were like, wow. And ticket sales, of course, now when you check expenses and stuff. But like even that 20 mic, we were like, damn. And he was like,
$200,000?
That's not enough.
Yeah.
Next year we have to make 50.
Yeah.
And I was like,
this guy is crazy.
This guy is a madman. 50 million. We'll see.
Uh-huh.
Next year, 50.
Damn.
And I'm like, damn. And you know, he was so like, I don't know what power this guy had in speaking life and showing us that these things are actually within our reach. It's possible. And by the time he passed away, of course, we were doing over $1 million in ticket sales, in merch sales, in sponsorships. So like there's a way he just came into our business and showed us it's possible and showed us how to structure our business for sustainability.
Don't worry. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
There is maturity in receiving advice. There is humility in accepting advice. You guys were on top of the world. You know, when I tell you, we've known each other literally through that whole cycle. And there's even a time where you guys, we parted because now my life was taking off, your life was taking off, and now we'd only meet in these little rooms or VIP sections in places. That humility, what is it that Mr. Kuria had that he was able to reach you?
Yeah.
And all the other guys who probably had told you, by the way, you know, you guys are business. By the way, do you have a P&L?
No one ever told us that. That's what I'm saying. Like Mr. Kuria is the only guy who came and like sat us down, showed us our numbers, did a P&L with us. Like he spent, you know, Mr. Kuria, for him to consult for something like Britam is something like $50K an hour.
Yeah, no, that's even little.
It's even like little. It's like a couple $1,000.
It's $1,500 probably an hour.
Yeah, an hour. And when he came on board, he was doing it for free, and he just gave with his heart. Like I know so many corporate titans who look at musicians and we are like others.
Me, I've been in boardrooms.
But he treated us as if we were the greatest, enterprise in the planet.
So that was the difference.
That's the difference. Like he didn't come in there with an attitude of I'm coming to show these guys. No, man. He was like, you know what, my son, and he was a dad.
Wow.
And like for all of us in Sauti Sol, like we don't come from affluent families. So imagine a rich dad picking you up and deciding you're going to thrive.
I had a story at the funeral that when you left from Runda, he said, go tell people now you have a dad in Runda.
Yeah, man. I used to joke with him all the time, like, hey, Maze, mi sikuwa na mabeshte Runda. So now I can tell guys, I have friends in Runda. He was like, no, man, go and tell them your dad lives in Runda. And honestly, Mr. Kuria, every other month was like, Bien, yes, how are you? Fine. Yeah, come for breakfast. I go to his house for breakfast, man. His wife, Mommy used to make the best lamb. He used to, or still does. Makes lamb chops, and you eat, gives your doggy bag. And in this breakfast, man, he would talk to me about other things now outside of entrepreneurship and business. Like we discuss marriage.
Because that's where I wanted us to go. Because the other thing I noted about you is you then grew into this relationship with this beautiful, stunning, but also amazing manager.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was parallel. So there was definitely some correlation, wasn't there?
100%. And you know, like Mr. Kuria himself also, his wife is very accomplished.
Boss.
You know what I'm saying? Like
she
she
sits on bank boards.
Exactly. She sits on bank boards.
Yeah.
And you know, it's he showed me how to be with a titan, also a wife who's also a titan.
Mm-hmm.
And also showed me that the importance of family, the importance of having of making time for family. Because Mr. Kuria was in a million boards doing a million things, but he was so present as a husband and as a dad. And when you fix family and you make family the center of everything, then everything else falls into place. Because you're grinding from a place where you're secure.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it makes your music better. It makes your
100%,
art better.
yeah,
It makes your business, your P&L.
Yeah. He changed Mr. Kuria from, and then also like, I haven't grown as a human by him telling me what to do. It's by me watching him live his life.
He was an example.
Actions. Yeah, he was an example.
So, we've talked about the business side, and I want to stay there.
Okay.
What were you guys thinking on? What are you guys thinking about AI, for example?
So,
do you need AI to be regulated?
In the music industry, for example,
Uh-huh.
It's one of those things where it's crazy because a lot of you guys are listening to AI music and you don't even know.
What do you mean I'm listening to AI music?
Some of your favorite songs right now are AI songs.
Like which one?
Où est tu papa? Dis-moi où est tu papa? Sans même va lui parler.
Stromae, that guy.
Ne va pas. There's a Stromae version.
Yeah, I know the other version.
But this new version that's Ute, Papa, Ute, everywhere.
Yeah.
That's an AI version.
You're lying.
I don't want it regulated. I think it's a tool.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the ones who use the tool wisely, because musicians are tastemakers.
Yes.
So AI is just a tool to accentuate an already existing musician.
So you're
but now
arguing-
if you've never been seen anywhere and then all of a sudden you're out there and you're making music, you know how Kibaki used to say, how can you all of a sudden be so clever? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you all of a sudden be so clever? And it will make young artists lazy.
Well, so your argument is that AI is a tool that is here whether we like it or not.
Yeah, it's like
we are
Uber,
already
man.
consuming
so
it.
you and your taxi, and you're like, mimi nabeba taxi kama zamani. Kutoka Kilimani paka Westlands, 2,000. Uber is just looking at you like, okay, you do that, man.
Yeah, you do you, boo.
You do you. But we have to accept that we are now in the AI age.
And we live with it. So you're saying it then will make those that are lazy think they're good, and those that are good will become even better.
Exactly.
That's how you see it.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Actually, that's the best explanations anyone has ever given.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the good who use it well will become better. Because, you know,
like Papa
if you go to studio right now, you don't record your drums live.
No, you don't.
Yeah. There's software that has given you a ton of drum samples. And you pick and then you make music from it. Likewise, you should be able to just make an AI sample and you use it to make your art. And over time, those things will marry. It should increase your work rate. Now, if you're an artist who puts out 2 songs a month, you should be able to do 5. Chris Brown goes on tour, and when he comes back, he sits in a room, and he has 200 songs from the best songwriters in the world. They've just written songs for him. And he listens, and then he voices them. And he says this himself, like, okay, then, you're a songwriter, you have the best songs in the world, yeah? Okay, go sing them then. Why? You come to Chris, because Chris is Chris Brown.
Yes.
So, if you want if you're an artist and you use that thing to the best of your ability, you actually have the same resources as Chris Brown. Because you can have 200 jams written for you. And you can feed AI with information. You can feed it with your music. You can feed it with your essence until it understands you fully and works for you.
Damn. So this is mind blowing because in my world we use AI for fraud.
Fraud?
Yeah, because you see, if you download an app, there's ways now we use AI to see is that really Bien?
Okay.
We use AI for credit scoring.
Mm-hmm.
And we use AI for essentially coding parts of the system. And we are being told we have to regulate, right? Because
what are you guys regulating?
So one of the big challenges we keep being told is your algorithms can be unfair, right? Because then we can choose men and no women. Because the data shows more men do this, or maybe we choose women and no men, right? So it's interesting to hear different industry and their perspective on AI.
Yeah.
Let me ask you another question about the business. Not last year. 2 years ago, I went to visit Diamond. So my friend is Diamond's friend. So we went to
Platinums.
Yeah. Very cool guy. Yeah, very cool guy.
And hyper intelligent.
Yeah, and then you don't calm, very, like quiet, very. What are the Gen Zs? My daughter says demure. Very cool guy.
Yeah.
What I noticed is his car collection.
Yeah,
I was like, damn.
Yeah,
These guys are making money. So
yeah. I mean, listen, man.
You hear what I'm saying? So that, and you've understood where I'm going.
Yeah.
What changed? Because growing up, and I was telling you before, and that's why I liked what Mr. Courier did for you guys, is I used to sit in boardrooms, and one of my board members used to famously say, all my friends, because he grew up on a side of town, and he'd say, all my friends from that side of town, the ones who went to be musicians, bado wako huko, mimi siku hizi niko Runda. Right? Now that has changed.
Yeah, musicians have gone to school. Now your favorite musician is an actuary.
An actuary.
Yeah, people are thinking. There's a lot more, you don't go to school so that you become wealthy. You go to school to develop critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And if you employ that in your music career, then there will be some success.
So are you telling me that the old narrative of the Kenyans don't buy their music, Kenyans don't appreciate their music,
and anybody who's ever writing those things, if you ever see somebody online saying Kenyans don't appreciate their music, Kenyans don't buy their music, that person in particular never buys, never appreciates. The people who buy don't make noise. And they can and the problem is the ones who make noise can give you a false sense of what actually is going on. In Soulfest right now.
But then, I buy Soulfest tickets for nearly 5 people every year because I have...
Fantastic.
No, because my nieces...
Yeah.
And my nieces, if they don't go for Soulfest, it's a fight. Like, it becomes
And we're so blessed, man, because like right now, we've sold 5,000 tickets. It's in December 21st.
We're on 17th April.
Yeah. But on Twitter, you won't cause somebody saying that, I never go watch these Kenyan artists because they're like this, they're like this, they're like this. That's a person who would never buy a ticket anyway. That's not your customer.
That's not your customer. That's what I'm hearing.
So when I go around East Africa, I see that Uganda has a very unique business model that happens for Ugandans. So Ugandans, when you check a big song, like me now, I have Finale.
Mm-hmm.
I do Finale tour. I go Kisumu Finale tour. Eldoret Finale tour. Mombasa Finale tour. And then I check another hit. Then I do, that's the business model.
Oh, so then I do Entebbe. Then I do Kampala.
Yeah. And it works for them. Ugandan music is big to Ugandans.
Yes.
And you have to be in Uganda to realize what? They live in that bubble. They love it. The sound doesn't evolve much, but they love it there. And if you want to be part of it, if you want to fuck with them, you go
have to enter that system.
and be in their system. Our vernacular music scene is advanced.
I wanted to bring that because I heard you saying your new album is essentially like, it's like I was thinking it's like a wine tasting. We're tasting Kikuyu and then we're tasting Kamba and Tell us more.
Let me just say the vernacular music structure. Kenwa Maria will do 2-3 albums a year.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Imagine if Kendrick Lamar gave you 3 albums a year.
That's crazy.
It's overkill.
Yeah, it's too much. Kenwa Maria does 3.
Kenwa Maria will do 3 albums, even 4. That guy will go River Road, and for a day, he'll record his album. It's done live. The musicians are there. The style of songs doesn't change. He's still katitu. And then he'll write, his jams are simple in how they are written, blah, blah, blah. One day I went to watch Kenwa Maria in Komarok Primary School. The field.
I know it, yeah.
Gate was 2 beers. He had 4,000 people.
That's 8,000 beers.
That's
sold.
8,000 beers. EABL brings a lorry there. And then inside, they're going to drink more beers.
Of course.
Then rich cows will now come. On top of tipping him, in crazy amounts, people also there will drink a lot of beer. So another 8K, because now on average in a night, someone drinks 5 beers, 6 beers.
Yeah.
So in a night, that guy will sell like
times 6.
4,000 times maybe 2, or something like that.
Yeah.
EABL looks at the Vernac artists as proper businessmen. Urban artists are busy chasing EABL for sponsorship. EABL does real business
with
Vernac artists.
That's good to know.
I understood. Then we have it all wrong as urban musicians.
Yes.
If we're not reaching our customers directly like that.
Yeah.
Hence, Soulfest. I was like, we have to reach our customers directly.
Yes.
Now we've done it. It's a once-a-year event. How can I have other smaller events leading to that I also cash in on? Because Kenwa Maria, when he does an album, tours from Mombasa Road to Mombasa. Mlolongo, wapi, nini, Voi, Sultanahmud,
As he's going to Mombasa.
Yeah, on his way there, there's market days in all of these towns.
Yes.
Na siku ya soko, akona ma pro box, zinapiga hiyo kibao mpya hapo. CD is 40 bob. It's 100 bob. He'll sell like 40k CDs when he's going on that nini. That's why that guy, one day I was with my crew, he told me, niko na pro box 7.
Saba.
7.
For making noise in towns.
Yeah. They go Chuka town. Siku ya soko. The new Roa is playing. There's a guy there marketing and they're selling. Their Skiza tunes
are doing the best.
Yeah. You're too bougie for a Skiza tune. Black Mamba pa na Skiza tune. Because Kendrick Lamar na Skiza tune.
Yeah.
J. Cole na Skiza tune.
Me, mine is Stromae. In fact, my favorite artist is one of
Stromae hana Skiza tune.
Ana.
So na wewe auteka Skiza tune because you're like, lakini watu wa mashinani na hao ndio wengi.
Yeah.
Wako na Skiza tune. So I say on Skiza, wana make 5M a month.
Oh.
Oh. Rose Muhando alikuwa na make 10M in her prime.
Wow. So you're making 10M Skiza, you're doing your tour.
You're going on the road. Now when you're on the road, hapo katikati pia there's politicians who have rallies, you're playing at rallies, you're doing what, like vernacular artists have crazy music business. Prince Inda did a song with Prince Inda, hang out with him for a couple of days. He can't even talk. His talking voice is gone because he performs 5 days a week.
Yeah. Me, I love Prince Inda. Ohangla.
Yeah.
I go to Kisumu. I've flown in to Kisumu because you can only do Prince Inda in Kisumu is special.
It's another thing. But you know he plays 5 shows a week. Like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I'll say 6 days a week. Monday, he takes a break. Not because there is no demand. He needs to rest.
The voice.
Yeah, he needs to rest his voice.
He needs to rest.
And even I was telling him, man, your business model is killing your voice. But he's like, man, me, this is how I roll. when Prince Indah comes to perform at your club, you pay him half a mic, something thereabout, and he gets a cut of the bar.
Oh. So even he's on 10M a month.
Easy. And then on Saturdays, he'll do a nini in the day, a politician thing in the day. Vernacular artists have no issues with being political. So he'll do a political thing in the rally in the day, or a wedding, or something. And then in the night, he's going to do a bar somewhere, and people are going to come.
And the rich guys.
Money will come there. They'll drink 10 bottles of Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
You know, Red Label will be
I've
flying
seen
off the
that
shelf.
live.
You've seen that live.
I've seen that live. Even Tony Adundo, when he plays.
Indah is performing, who's are lining up to go and give him money.
To give him money. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So Vernac artists taught me, like, you can be off the grid and just be making tunes. You don't have to be number one on YouTube. You don't have to be number one on whatever. Keno Maria has so much power. Anytime he announces his political ambitions, politicians try and sabotage him or give him money to stop.
You've just said something I didn't know. You said urban artists cannot afford to be political. Is that true?
Yeah, because our audience is too woke. And also we stand for things. Because urban artists, you're viewed as somebody who's educated, enlightened. And so your views must be always with the people. And you just have to be, you know.
So does that mean culturally we have created two tiers of society?
We have. And then also, urban artists are, for a long time, and I'm going to say myself, I don't want this to be an attack on anybody doing their thing. We're just low-budget Jamaicans, we're low-budget Americans, because we're copying what's happening in America.
I keep hearing you say this thing that we take in a lot of culture from the US and from Jamaica.
We do. What's like urban tone is Jamaican music. It's Jamaican beats, and then we put our vibe on it. And that means that even when other people listen to it from all over the world, it's not a unique sound.
It isn't.
It's just dancehall in a language I don't understand.
Is that what made Sauti Soul different?
100%.
Because
when we were on the come up, I remember, Sauti Soul was discovered by John Katana from the Mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And he told us, man, because he discovered us in Village Market singing. We used to do these things for Christmas carols.
Yes, I remember.
In malls. And he was like, mnaimba vizuri, lakini mbona mnaimba nyimbo za kizungu na Boyz II Men? Imba nyimbo za kiasili. Imbeni nyimbo za kwenu. And that's why from Lazizi, we had a Luya verse in Lazizi. In a time when people weren't really... Eric Wanaina is a good example of somebody who was cultural and was urban at the same time. Gidi Gidi Maji Maji.
Unbogable.
Cultural. But we, as an industry, we don't talk about how great Gidi Gidi Maji Maji were.
Are they not still?
I mean, they're not together musically.
But I hear they're behind the scenes in a big way.
Yeah, I mean, Gidi has one of the biggest radio shows, and Maji Maji owns Ghetto Radio.
Yes.
So like they are colonizing different spaces.
Yes.
But like, many faces, many places. I have gone to many spaces, but I never seen a sky so blue. I was in Zambia the other day, and they're telling me that song was the biggest song in Zambia.
You're lying.
Yeah. Zimbabwe knows Gidi Gidi Maji Maji. Gidi Gidi Maji Maji was a pan-African brand. Those days when you played on Channel O, there wasn't too many things distracting people. It was true. Very easy, yeah. I'm in Nigeria, they're telling me about Gidi Gidi Maji Maji.
Wow.
So Gidi Gidi Maji Maji hit a cultural spot, and they were urban. And that thing is a sweet spot. Most of the times, our foundation and our base is R&B, and then they put our culture on top. But Ashake, Burna Boy, will put their culture in the center.
And then
now add the source of R&B and the source of other things on top. Dancehall on top of it. Anytime you're trying to do an R&B song, that's not your center. So you are rushing to the center. When you do a cultural song, you are the center.
Because it's you.
It's you.
It's who you are.
Yeah.
So why can't urban cultural be political? You said the audience is too woke.
Yeah, the audience is woke. And the audience
And what's
expects
wrong?
better
And
from you.
But why can't you take a stand then?
We take a stand. To be apolitical is a stand as well.
Isn't that
Or
problematic?
To stand for a party that reflects our views and urban people's views. Like for example, right now, if Bien goes and says 2 term, guys will be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like
It's very
fuel inapanda, nini inapanda. Like amepewa do.
It's tone deaf.
It's tone deaf.
Yes.
Yeah. We can't be tone deaf.
You can't be tone deaf. So you're politicians almost.
Yeah. In a sense.
In a weird way.
And people expect us to be a certain way, but never want us to comment on politics. That's why
that's a difficult position to be.
Every time and I always tell urban artists, don't comment on politics on Twitter. Don't go and write, these people are nini, 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 nini. I realize that's the wrong approach because people don't like being talked at. They will tell you, stick to your music. So the best thing to do is put your protest in your art.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah, man. I have tons of protest music, man. Tujiangalie, the last election, I did something with Luminate where we put out like a ton of songs. It's just, protest music never changes anything. But at least you listen to the message. Bob Marley and Fela Kuti sang about things that are still happening right now in Jamaica and Nigeria. But it's just the consciousness of reminding you guys. Yeah. So put the protest in the music so that when they say stick to music, you're like, yes, you're facing the music.
Do you think we have a mindset problem or we need to have, or are you seeing, because now you're almost multi-generational, are you seeing the audience evolving? Are we getting that? Because now you've performed in Europe, in the US, you've performed in different places in Africa. Is the Gen Z, for example, asking the right questions in your opinion?
They are. Their minds are in the right place. It's just they've been systemic. The systemic thing of keeping them broke to control them is the problem. There's not enough jobs for the Gen Z, so they can be used to be goons. They can be used for things. Their political opinions are strong, and they mean well for the country. But they also, within them, look at people like Kasmol, Makoure. You can be swayed.
A little
change from the top.
You know why I'm bringing this up? Because you challenged me on my love for JP Morgan, which I love actually. But you know what big businesses also do? They create jobs.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with capitalism. That I admire Sweden and their law that says the CEO and the janitor. The CEO can only make 7 times as much as the janitor.
Whereas I hear you on the concept.
I look at that. I know that's utopian.
Yeah.
I know, and it's very utopian.
It means
but capitalism at the expense of people's livelihoods and dignity, I don't stand for.
And I agree. I actually agree. I'll give you a good example of just what you've said. We both love basketball. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why would the janitor be paid the exact same, 7 times less than LeBron James? Then LeBron James will not want to play.
Does LeBron James go to the court? First of all, if LeBron James made 7 times less money of what he's making right now, he'd still be fucking rich. What is this hoarding of money, bro? Kevo, how much money do you need so that you get to the point where now you're feeling secure about yourself? You've lost everything. When you lost everything, do you die?
But is it hoarding of money or is it market? It's the market, Nisoko.
No. But I feel at some point, wealth creation becomes hoarding money. I love how wealthy Mr. Kuria was. But I loved that he didn't spend his life trying to make an extra buck every day.
In fact, the richest don't.
He spent his life empowering other people.
Living.
Yeah, and just he was wealthy by how he gave. He wasn't wealthy by how much he had. He had enough. but he was wealthy in his giving.
So, and this is the perception I want to change. Capitalism is not linear. Capitalism is a spectrum. The best kind of capitalism is the one that has the win-win. They call it the positive sum game formula.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It means that customer wins, employee, I call it team wins, entrepreneur or capital holder wins. And great examples of that exist, around the world. For example, the Dutch. I'm sure you've been to the Netherlands. They're the inventors of capitalism.
They are, and they were also the biggest slave traders in the world.
It had
ever
then, today.
But you see, the seed that was planted then is what makes them great today. You can't remove that part of their history and how much it's been instrumental in giving them a head start to becoming who they are.
That is also true. But the other thing about capitalism, it has also evolved, right? It didn't. It did start as a slave trade for the Dutch, but it also, evolved into the industrial, in what they call the industrial age, right?
Yes.
Where then now it was like, oh, you mean we can hire all these people? Then you have people like Andrew Carnegie who then come and realize, actually, let's squeeze the people, right? And then after that, you have Ford who says, actually, no, I want people to be able to afford my cars, so I'm going to pay people well enough to create demand. So if you really think about capitalism, and every society that has adopted capitalism progresses in the right direction, right? Maybe
I
not
agree,
fast enough.
But it's not possible to be a dollar billionaire without somebody in the food chain getting hurt.
That's not
It's
true.
not possible to be a dollar billionaire without somebody in the person who's at the bottom of that food chain is in a sweatshop in China. And that's problematic.
But that's what I'm saying is not true. I think today you have enough value sitting in different markets that you can actually capture $1 billion without hurting somebody in the food chain. I just showed you my tea.
Bro, that tea, by the way, it smells good. As a lawyer, Lunjes are tea connoisseurs.
So, billionaires, you're saying that there can't be an ethical billionaire technically.
It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. There's nobody who made their money. Mine is clean. Capitalism is filthy. In fact, in the next maybe 50 years, our grandchildren will look back and say, Granddad, I can't believe you had this much wealth and there was somebody who was homeless and you didn't give them. It's obscene to exist in a world. I go to Kibra. I go to Shofko. I see how people live in that Kibra. Of course, it's not your business to change everybody's lives because some things you can't undo. Those are political. Kibra is a political experiment. And it exists to this day to be like that. But I just think it's obscene to have a president who is hoarding so much wealth when there's people who are homeless in this world. The future generations will look at capitalism the same way we look at slave trade. They'll be like, I can't believe you guys amassed this much wealth, hoarded this much wealth, and didn't give it out to change other people's lives.
I love this conversation.
Because AI will come and equalize everybody. Everybody will have a 6-figure salary. Everybody will have the bare minimums of accommodation, food, shelter, clothing, education. AI will equalize everyone. There'll be no jobs for lawyers. There'll be no jobs for pilots. There'll be no jobs for musicians. There'll be no jobs. Right now, by the way, if I'm doing a gig, I have a lawyer.
Yes.
Who has been a confidant of mine.
Yeah, we know him. Great guy, Moriasi, great guy.
Yeah, but Moriasi is beyond my lawyer. He's also the CEO of Soul Group. So him and Mr. Kuri actually, by the way, are like this. Because he used to report to Mr. Kuri weekly.
Okay.
About the holdings. But Moriasi, above his legal services, are like 20% now of what he actually brings value-wise to the table. Because if it was just legal services, if I'm doing a gig or an endorsement and I get a contract, I put it in ChatGPT. It gives me the red flags. I chat with ChatGPT. It's given me legal advice I would otherwise have to pay for. That's just one example of how we are all going to be equalized by the great equalizer. In music, Chris Brown will have his tons of songwriters writing songs for him. But me, I can just write in ChatGPT, write me a Chris Brown type song right now. It'll give me 50 options of the same jam or 50 different jams. So AI will equalize everybody. And when everybody is equalized, you billionaires who didn't give back all your wealth, who didn't spend your time changing people's lives and giving out that money like philanthropists, who hoarded wealth and who thought that that was the crowning jewel, you'll be on the knife. Discuss. I'm telling you. I'm saying you're shaking.
So, I brought you an example. I asked you, how do you then convince a LeBron to be a LeBron? Right? The way the market is set up now, right? It's that demand, supply, economics, there's a place you meet, that's the price. So sometimes, and a lot of times, that's what is happening. That's number one.
Let me answer that first. LeBron is not driven by the money he
But
makes.
neither are billionaires.
LeBron is driven by his thirst to be the best baller in the world. In fact, LeBron's main aim in life is to be better than Jordan.
Which he'll never be.
Listen, man.
No.
If you want me to walk out of this podcast right now, talk about Bron. But anyway, that's what I feel like. LeBron,
But that's what
even without the money, would have still hooped. He's 6'8".
But so would have Warren.
What else would he do with his life?
But so would have Warren Buffett. So would have Charlie Munger.
No,
so would
they don't have
Steve Jobs.
they don't have genetics. They don't have the genetics.
No, meaning they do the thing we call entrepreneurship. One of my goals is to be the best entrepreneur of my generation. It has nothing to do with the hoarding of money. In fact,
being the best entrepreneur of your generation is measured by what metrics?
Yes.
You see, to be the best basketballer, no one is measuring your bank account. It's how you hoop. Now, to be the best entrepreneur of your generation is how much money you make.
Return, yes.
Now, that return, when people look at your value chain,
will they find something odd?
in 90% of entrepreneurs, 90%, there'll be something off. You're talking about Steve Jobs. Let's talk about the Congo. Let's talk about all the kids who are dying from that whole cobalt business.
Bien, you're not letting me talk.
Okay.
Right? The reason I'm bringing these different names up is because that's what I was trying to say. The evolution of capitalism is essentially moving from what you have called an extreme, like the slave trade, and now we are moving into and have been moving into a more egalitarian society. Mm-hmm. And by the way, which is the point I'm now going to try and land, the issue is not the billionaire. The issue is the system. We, as society, right? You brought up Kibira. You said, how can our grandchildren will be like, hey, how could you have so much money and yet? The problem is not me. The problem is the rule book that we've set up.
No, the problem is you, because when you have money, you have influence. You can influence policy. You can influence the things. And a lot of billionaires need the status quo to remain as is so that they continue raking in the billions they are raking. That's why if you look at America, for example, you see that billionaires in America pay very little tax. That's why billionaires are busy tax evading. People are busy tax evading for what? They're busy tax evading because...
That's propaganda.
You can't say it's propaganda.
That's propaganda. Because if you understand tax law, actually, the best tax law means the following. Business should pay less tax, right, to attract more capital because tax is a cost.
Okay.
Right? Once you understand that...
How much more capital does Apple need? What capital is Apple attracting? What capital is Fenty attracting? Let's talk about Rihanna because she has an empire.
Abu, just get me a Soviet bamba.
Sorry, man. The bottle has squatted.
On me.
I'm just saying, when is it enough?
Capitalism is not about rich. And that's what I'm trying to... In fact, I'm struggling to communicate that it's about moving society forward. That's what capitalism does. Capitalism takes us from using horses to driving cars. It moves us from using ships, the Queen Mary. You know, yesterday I met a guy at my dinner who used the Queen Mary to go to the US for further studies from Kenya. God
How do
damn.
you unapitia Suez Canal?
No. I think you go and take the ship in somewhere in Morocco, and then you cross over to Europe. Then you enter the Queen Mary in London. Then the London you go now to New York from not London, the UK. What's the? So it's Southampton.
And it's not a cruise ship.
Yeah, it's not a cruise ship. Capitalism is the one that did that. Capitalism is the one that has allowed Bien to distribute.
Wait,
because that is where innovation comes from.
Wait. The Queen Mary went from the UK to the Nini on the back of slave ships, on the back of going to colonize spaces so that it could feed their insatiable appetite for money and for it's just capital. Listen,
No.
Listen,
It was innovation.
listen. Everybody right now frowns upon political families because the wealth was gotten in ill ways. But now you see their kids in this town living their life, and it's disgusting.
The opulence is
Likewise.
disgusting.
Yeah,
but
the
that
opulence-
is, and that's what I'm trying. You are equating capitalism as opulence. I'm telling you, capitalism is innovation. Capitalism is resilience. Capitalism mimics nature, right? If we were in the jungle today, do you know who would survive?
The fittest.
The capitalist. Do you know what nature has taught the capitalist? Who is the best? In fact, I give this talk called How to Build a $1 Billion Business in Africa. And I always talk about mimicking nature. And I'll ask you this question. Who is the best hunter in the animal kingdom?
The wild dogs.
Why?
Here's why.
I want to say because that is correct.
In fact,
Why?
let me tell you now. In fact, now you've umejikaranga kwa mafuta yako. Are you ready?
Tell me. Let's go.
Capitalism is the lion.
No, capitalism is the wild dog.
Guys, I want you guys to take time, go on YouTube and watch a wild dog documentary on National Geographic.
Yes.
Now, the wild dogs are amazing because they have an 80% success rate
Yes.
in hunting.
Oh, yes. Tell them.
They hunt as a pack.
A pack. That is
So
what a true entrepreneur
there's
is.
not one person at the top.
Yes.
They don't have a leader at the top saying this is how we are going to hunt. No, they hunt as a pack. And then they chase their prey until they're in different, they position themselves in different stages
But they
on the
put
path.
they put themselves
Exactly.
They first analyze where the hunt or the prey
Yeah.
is, then they position.
Yeah. And then they chase their prey until their prey can't run anymore. They attack. Then they feed as a pack. Now, once they eat everything that's at
On
the
the
site
bones.
of the crime, they go back to where they live. And where they live, there are children and pregnant mothers. They regurgitate everything that they've eaten and share as the community. That is not capitalism.
That is capitalism.
That is not capitalism. Capitalism.
That is what I'm trying to tell you.
Capitalism is the lion. I watched this by the way in the Mara in real time.
In real time. I've watched now Lion Hunt too.
Yeah, man.
It's wild,
It's
isn't it?
wild.
It's
Bro,
wild.
nature is just. Man, nature is unforgiving.
It's unforgiving.
Yeah, nature is bad.
Yeah.
But when you look at how the lions hunt, the lionesses will go and hunt. And then they've killed this wildebeest. First of all, actually, it's hyenas that came and killed the wildebeest. Lionesses came, beat up the hyenas, chased them away. The lionesses, after securing that, then the lion pulls up from nowhere. Like, where comes, beats up the lionesses, eats fast. And then after the lion eats, the kids come, the cubs, and eat. And then the lionesses eat. And then the lions are full. They walk away. And then other animals around them in that place, there was the lions, there was the hyenas, then I saw jackals, then I saw a vulture on top of the tree. And I was like, this is that, you know, in science, when we used to have the
ecosystem,
the food chain.
Yeah.
And I asked myself, man, and the wildebeest was the meat. And I was like, who am I on this food chain? Am I a jackal? Because the reality is, at the end of the day, everybody ate. But that is what capitalism looks like, where somebody at the top eats first and she bars. And then when they are full now, they walk away. And then the lionesses are second in command. Then they eat. Then the kids of the lion eat. So then they move. Then hyenas come there and they scavenge. And then the hyenas go. And then enters the jackals. And the jackals are just tiny dogs, man. Sometimes they even stand on the periphery. They come, they have their scraps. Then they go. And then the vulture is at the top, who's like a wochi, just left there to eat. You think the vulture doesn't want to eat steak? The vulture would love some steak too. But the vulture has been relegated to eating what it gets. That is what capitalism is.
By the way,
how the wild dogs live is socialist.
No,
not even communist. It's very socialist.
No, and that's
proper. It's proper how human beings used to live a long time ago. Because a long time ago, before the invention of money, before we started to do all of these things, we used to live as community.
Bien.
Wild dogs live like community.
Bien. You have even landed my point. It is about how we structure the society, right? If we structure the society in the example of the lion, right? That's how capital forms. Remember, capital is shaped by the society within which it exists. If we shape the capitalism like the wild dog, by the way, is my favorite. I tell this story.
If you shape the capitalism like the wild dog, then the CEO will make only 7 times more than the janitor.
No.
And you've said that is utopia. You've refused.
No.
You've said that's utopia.
No. In fact, the CEO will not make 7 times. Let me tell you, the wild dog model is exactly how the largest groups in the world move today. Kweli Rongo?
What are you?
The richest people in the world move as a pack.
The richest people in the world move as a pack as themselves. When Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and this other Jeff Bezos guy, and when they link up and move as a pack like that,
those are different packs.
You don't know the number of people in Amazon factories who can't even go take a piss before the system penalizes them. You don't know how people at the bottom of the food chain are working tirelessly and dropping dead in Amazon stores just to feed their families. You don't know how many kids are dying in the Congo for you to have your iPhone.
So, using the example of the wild dog, you know what that means? The jackal doesn't eat, the vulture doesn't eat, the hyena doesn't eat.
Not
but
particularly.
all the wild dogs eat. And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And that's not capitalism. You see, now in capitalism, everybody doesn't eat. In capitalism, the people at the top eat well, and the people at the bottom don't eat nothing. Like you're talking about capitalism as utopia.
No,
I'm giving you an example of capitalism when capitalism is utopia is Sweden, where the CEO is not allowed to bake 7 times more than the janitor. That in itself, I think that's as ethical as it gets. But this other capitalism for, oh man, the CEO is now worth $1 trillion, an obscene figure, but there's somebody dying in an Amazon factory store somewhere. The CEO is making a shitload of money, but they're funding militia in the Congo.
I don't understand why you're blaming the entrepreneur. That is society that has allowed that to happen.
No. Society has not allowed that to happen. You know, some things, when you look at how Africans are socialized to live, you have to look at where our problems stem from. Me and you should have been having this language in Swahili, this interview in Swahili, but we were colonized. And with colonialism, a lot of things came into play.
Yes, that's true.
That gave some people a competitive advantage over others.
That's true.
And capitalism is unfair like that.
Life is unfair.
Yes and no.
Nature is unfair.
And it is up to, you see now, when we lived as community people, as African people, how we were meant to live, We took care of one another. Nature was unfair, but we moved as a pack. We were wild dogs. Men had their role. Women had their role. There's a podcast I listen to called Matire Gemi. Talks about Kikuyu culture. I'm telling you, man, like Kikuyu culture is so spiritual in how everybody in society, like middle-aged boys had their role. With after every 7 years, you graduated, and there was a ceremony to graduate into your next stage of life. Like, it was so good because we took care of one another. So if somebody was, for example, born with a disability, we never used to throw them away. We used to take care of them with part of the community.
That depends on, you see, that's the Kikuyu, but there were some that did throw them away.
Yes, Africans also, some of us have been weird.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying
which is what I'm trying to land. I am saying that for that modern Africa now, we need to stop framing capitalism like the lion and start framing capitalism like the wild dog.
I think, okay, let's agree then that capitalism as sold to us by the West is vile, because the West's capitalism, the foundation of the West's capitalism is slavery and colonialism and all 100%. Those things. And Africans need to figure out what the future of capitalism is and how capitalism looks like to us. But
to discard the idea of capitalism is the foolish thing to do.
It's not the foolish thing to do, because now, listen, capitalists like you billionaires, I'll call you billionaires.
I mean, happy.
Yeah, you billionaires like to get ahead and hoard money.
No.
And hoard assets. Uko na matako ngapi ununue gari ngapi? Remember there was a minister who one day said, mimi sihitaji gari tatu, kwani niko na matako sita? You know, like, uko na matako ngapi, utalalia vitanda ngapi? I see all these politicians building megalomaniac.
Those are not capitalists. Those are politicians. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like these days, I see one of my mentors has a plane, right? And when I asked him, hey, boss, do you need a plane? He told me a crazy story. He said, even before I bought a car, I bought a plane.
Wow.
A Kikuyu guy. Then he tells me, my first job, I was selling John Deere tractors to large farmers across East Africa. And so I got a 10 million shilling budget to buy a Land Rover so that I could crisscross the country. I then did research and realized that if I bring in a Cessna 192, the two-seater, I don't pay custom duty. And it still ends up being around...
the Cessna?
This is then. Now you'll get a Cessna maybe for 22, 23 million. A really old one maybe for 12, 13. And then...
What I mean is a buy ndege?
Yeah. Yeah. But you're buying an old plane. So my mentor has he's got two. He's got a Caravan, and then he's got a slightly bigger one, which he also uses for cargo. But he also moves with it. And then he told me it's about time. The reason I have this plane is not to show off to Bien and Kevin and Kenyans. That's why you've never heard of him. In fact, I can't even say his name because he'll shoot me when he hears that I used his name publicly. But my point is, politicians in our country especially live this opulent life to show us they're rich. You see it in South Africa too, right? When you go to the clubs in Soweto, the Ferraris, Though, in fact, when I see that, I'm like, these are not rich people. This is me. I've been to synagogues in Vienna, bro, where you know what I mean. You enter, guys are in caps. You can see there's that understated security. There's no parking, because no one wants any attention on themselves. My point being, the way capitalism is presented in Africa and Kenya especially is not even capitalism. And then real capitalism should be the pack, not the... So never ever equate the politician. Please, it really offends me.
I've removed the politician from the capitalism.
Please, because I know you're talking about the helicopters.
No. I'm also talking about
the wedding on Saturday.
So and those things, they do play a part.
Those are not us, man.
No, they do play a part. The reality is that they're also just trying to get ahead. And politics is business.
Yes.
It's a gang.
It's a different type of business.
Yeah, it's a gang. It's also enterprise.
Yes.
However you want to look at
No,
it.
fair. I can't take
politics
that away
is
from
also
you.
enterprise.
Yeah, I can't take
And
away
so when you see how politicians are consistently trying to make money, trying to like swindle the public, trying to get ahead, trying to hoard
But
money,
that's not capitalism.
and then give scraps because like politicians coming and giving you scraps is a marketing expense for their business.
Yes.
You get?
Yes. It's a line item on the
P&L. It's a line
P&L.
item on the P&L. You know how much hii ni marketing. The marketing department mkona how much? Tukona 2 billion. Haya sawa, weka hiyo kitu kwa Nyota Fund. Endo upatie my youth grants.
Lol. But you know,
hiyo ni alafu mazemi uniambi cheki you guys.
But you're wearing a Rolex.
Yes. Because I like it.
So are you opulent?
One could argue. You see, but me, like, I don't know. I make my money ethically. I pay my staff well, my team well. There's not a big wage gap between me and the last person I pay. And and guys, man, I sweat for my money. You know me, I shake ass for money. Like, I dance. I dance for money.
So it's okay for you to earn more than 7 times. So you don't even...
It's not. Actually, but it's unethical. Guys, I'm not saying that I am squeaky clean. I'm not here to say that I won't try and get ahead in my life, because if I'm broke in the next 5 years, 10 years, you guys will laugh at me. You'll be like, yani huyu jamaa alikuwa everywhere, alikuwa mfaa, alikuwa na mango mama hits, lakini he didn't do anything for himself. And also, man, I come from a family where my dad was once doing super well, and then he dipped in life. And I saw what that did to us as a family, but mostly to him as a man, because it's like he never ever recovered. You know, as a man, when you go down, like I have so much respect for you and props that when you went under in 2020, you built again.
You have to.
But you know, sometimes that thing catches you when you're 50, and sometimes when you're older, you can't build again.
Yeah.
It just now beats you till because it fucks you up psychologically in a way where you're not able to. But I also tell myself that I have a figure in my mind, and once I reach that figure, I won't spend my life chasing money ever again. And it's not that I'm chasing money now. Even if I'm broke tomorrow, even if people strip me and take everything. See, I'll just go to a club somewhere and sing. I used to sing in Allianz for free.
You know.
I still sing for free sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we should cut that out.
No, depending on the cause. If I'm doing a charity, I'll sing for free.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in this world. Spiritually,
also your talent, man.
My gift is to serve.
Yeah.
But also, when it gets to a certain point of I have a figure in my head, and once I get to that figure, I don't think I want more than that. Anything I get after that, I think I'll probably give out. I just want to make sure that I'm comfortable, that my wife and children at the time are going to be comfortable, that my family is taken care of. And then I think it makes sense to give away everything. You see like in a Bill Gates Foundation trying to give away his wealth right now. And it's just being met with bad, because money is energy.
It is.
And it's so hard for them to wash off
some of that negativity.
Some of that negativity. So like, my question to you as an entrepreneur, my question to you as chairman, my question to you as Kevo, wewe ndi dongapi sahi unataka kuwa nayo usikie umetosheka? How much money?
For me, it's not about money. My goal is number of employees.
How many employees do you want to have?
I want to have 100,000 employees, average wage $1,000 each a month. I want to be paying a wage bill of $100 million a year.
Are you an employment agency or are you a business?
Do you know how many employees?
I'm still saying that because so the close friend of mine, I can't say his name also, but he's an entrepreneur in the film business.
Yeah.
And he prided himself. His pride was that he employs 70 people.
Yeah.
Even one time he was talking to Ruto in a forum, and he was like, "Mr. President, I employ 70 people," and people clapped. To hear that production companies doing that. But a couple of years ago, the chairman of his board was like, "Bro, if you look at all these jobs you're giving, it's like you're running an employment agency here."
No, mine is, by the way, I'm very big on the numbers, so I know my margins. I know what I'm targeting. Walmart has 2 million employees. Safaricom has 6,000 employees.
6,000?
Yes, 6,000.
I think more. Those are the ones that they are employed directly.
Right now I'm in this Safaricom Spark program. That's the number they tell us, right? I have currently 30 in total, right? So my thing is the biggest challenge in our society today is youth and jobs. I see them as a market, right? So if they had money, I can sort of capture that value by selling goods and services to them. But they can only afford those goods and services if they have jobs.
Okay.
So that's my number.
Okay.
$100 million a month in
Do you consider, instead of giving me $100 million, $1,000 a month, do you consider mentorship to be a big part of what you do?
I do, and I have several mentees.
Okay.
And I have more men than women, but now I'm also taking in women and mentees as well. Yeah. I want to pivot this conversation a little bit. I listened to you on another podcast, and you were talking about playbooks, right? Playbooks.
Okay.
You have a playbook for artists to start touring in Europe, and you have a playbook for artists to start touring in the US. Walk me through that experience. How was that like? Because that's basically how you built your business.
We Mr. Courier did the math for us one time. So he went through our touring numbers, and we sat down and said, how many shows do you guys want to play in a year? And I said 100. 100 shows, by the way, is a lot of shows.
Because that's 52 weeks or 2 a week.
Yeah, but if you think, 2 a week. But also, you don't do shows like that. The reason why you tour back to back is because when you do that, the expenses are lower. You get everything for cheaper when you tour back to back. So, but when you look at like a Black Coffee will do the whole summer in Ibiza. Every night,
Monday to Monday.
Yeah, Monday to Monday. And the mathematics was if you do 100 shows a year, for 1,000 people a night, paying $50, you're on $7 million. So that became the goal. But now there's expenses. And then there's other markets where we haven't grown as much.
Your audience hasn't grown.
But in some markets, we'll have 3K people. When I'm playing London, I'm doing the O2, I have 3,000. When I'm playing Paris, though, I have 500, because there I'm trying to figure out the French market and crack code. When I'm playing Germany, our diaspora is there like crazy. I'll have 1,000. When I'm playing Sweden, it's a crazy place because I'll have 1,000, but there, they go out to discover.
So they're like cool artists from Kenya.
They're like, and then someone just got an email. There's an artist coming from Kenya. Oh, okay, because Live Nation will send an email to there. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, then they'll check it out. They'll be like, okay, cool. Then they go on YouTube, listen to it. Oh, okay, wow. Then they'll come and discover. Then sometimes you'll play a festival that will pay you a certain wage. So it's you trying to balance those mathematics until you get to the target of 7 mic. And over time, it starts to make sense. Unfortunately for Sauti Sol, we didn't stay long enough to see that dream come true for us. Because we split up on our last tour, and our numbers were crazy at that time. Because we had that, we understood our money.
So can you say those numbers?
Yeah, man. Because like when Sauti Sol was breaking up, the last tour we did, for example, in America, in a place like Dallas, we played the House of Blues, which is 1,500 people. But it's 1,500 people paying $50.
Yeah.
We played Seattle, because our diaspora is bigger in Seattle.
Yeah.
We did 3,000 people.
Damn.
And they were paying $50.
Yeah.
When we played Atlanta, we did the Atlanta something arena. And it was 1,200 people. They were paying $50. When we had finished and we had said, okay, this is the last tour we are doing, we are splitting up, Live Nation was asking us, yo, guys, so you come back and we try and see how we can do this shit again, So we didn't stay long enough to see that dream come to pass.
Can I ask about the split or?
Yeah, I mean, it was just time. Like, I'll be honest with you. It just got to a point where it was work. I think COVID had a part to play, and also we didn't have great management at the time. And in hindsight, we will go back. You know, like what people don't understand about the music, a music career, it's like a career in law. It's long.
It's long. I remember you guys used to even live together. There was one time we visited you with Sam, and then you were making a song for Banner Boy.
Yeah.
I remember that. And then I asked, "Oh, is this your studio?" And then you guys were, "No, this is where we all live." I said,
it made more sense to be together at the time. I think that's also something that really helped us. If you're a group, you need to be in the same space a lot.
Yeah. And you had been together. So by the time you were finishing the tour, it's because there was that season was over.
We went in on that tour saying everyone was in the mentality of wacha tumalize kitu tusonge, and it turned out to be fuck. You say tunachana. It's like when you break up with your chile, and then now you've met in town to do the last, you've met to do the last dance, and you're like, fuck,
this was a beautiful.
Is this
dance.
Really over?
Did you have a ritual to end that?
We've never had rituals to end anything because us we're always together.
You're still together actually.
All the time, like Polycarp is in my house with his son. Me and Savara hanging out somewhere. Like Chimano is in Australia now, but we are sending memes to each other all the time. So we've never really, and then we do Soulfest.
Yes.
So for Soulfest, we have directors meetings. And
Soulfest, there was a year you did a very short. You performed for a very short, like 1 hour, man. And the next year, was it last year? That was the next year. You guys did now
3 hours.
3 hours, guys. You gave guys they were fiending for Sauti Sol, and then you gave them the hit.
Because me, I was thinking in my head, I'm building a festival, and so I want you guys to experience a lot of other artists, and I thought that was the novelty. So I've given you Nadia Mukami, Octopizzo, Harmonize, Costa Teach before he passed away. Actually, the last festival Costa Teach played was Soulfest.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Just a bunch of musicians, a plethora of musicians, and I was thinking that's the value I'm giving you. Kumbe guys are just there and we want Sauti Sol, as we don't want these other guys. And it's been so hard to win our audience off of wanting Sauti Sol and showing them, guys, that this platform we are building is for celebration of our culture. At some point, even by the way,
Sauti Sol.
It's called Soulfest. We want Sauti Sol on that stage. Even last year, like guys were like, "We come chase ya tukuji."
Yeah.
But I just need to. I feel like every time I go to a podcast, I have to say this to you guys. Guys, Soulfest is a festival that gives dignity and celebrates Kenyan excellence,
and it does
across generations.
And it does.
Yeah.
But you can't
say
Soulfest without Sauti Sol, is what we the fans
That's
are saying.
That's what the future looks like, because at some point, we are all going to die. But I want this to be Glastonbury. I want this to be Coachella. I want this to be Coachella. Like, when you look at Coachella started in 99. The first year, they made $1 million loss. Now, they're making hundreds of millions of dollars in profit. In fact, $1 billion plus.
Yeah.
A Coachella ticket at that time was $50. A Coachella ticket now is $647. They even have
air-conditioned tents.
Yeah, they even have a buy now, pay later program for paying slowly. Like I was watching, because I've been obsessing on Coachella, and I've been watching people talking about how inside Coachella the economy is so inflated that because of capitalism, by the way,
the wrong kind, the lion kind.
Coachella started because Pearl Jam, which is an iconic rock band.
Yes, I know Pearl Jam.
Was pissed at how Ticketmaster was inflating their ticket sales. So Ticketmaster owned all the venues. And
inflating ticket sales or ticket prices?
Inflating ticket prices. So Ticketmaster owned all the venues as a monopoly. So they were like, okay, Pearl Jam, then you can't play in any of our venues. Pearl Jam was like, fuck you. We're going to look for a field and play there, and our fans will come and watch us there for what we think is affordable. And at that time, $50 was what was affordable. So 25,000 people came and watched Pearl Jam for $50. What has happened now over the years is Coachella is like the artists who mimic politicians and then end up becoming the politicians they mimicked. I'm not gonna say. You know them. You know the guys who told you who made art about politicians, mocking them, and now they are the politicians they used to mock. And you see what capitalism has done to Coachella, man. Lemonade inside Coachella is $20. It's obscene. They have a caviar burger that's $150.
Why is that obscene?
Eating?
What is obscene is that the artists let that happen.
They didn't. The artists didn't let that happen. It is because the festival has projections, and every year we must make more than we made last year. Then we must do the, you know, like.
So they forgot the why. That's the so. And
I don't. And you know, okay. Also, but to a large extent, the artists are to blame, because not all artists are like me who think socially. But yeah, man, if you're going to pay Justin Bieber $10 million. Then a lemonade has to be $20.
Yeah, you've got to cover that cost.
Yeah, the costs have to be covered.
And Justin Bieber also wants to play Coachella.
He does.
He does.
He does. So we as a society have to rethink capitalism. But anyway, the goal for Soulfest over the years is to put Kenyan acts there and to put them on the highest pedestal. Before we decided it's going to be an all-Kenyan festival, I used to bring everybody. I used to bring guys from Tanzania. I used to bring Costa Teach. I used to bring guys from different markets. But when I looked at the dollars that fly out the country, it pained me.
I'm like, nah.
Yeah, it pained me hard, man. I was like, never. There was a time I was calling an artist and his fee was $130,000. And Mr. Kuria was like, "Yani baraza unataka kupatia jamaa 22 million ende nayo." I'll never forget the day chairman told me that thing. Chairman was like, okay, how much is the dollar rate right now, Moriasi? It's like, oh, so baraza unataka kupatia huyu jamaa 22 million aende nayo. And I was like, over my dead body, that money is going to go to the stylists and the people who but the people who like toil endlessly.
Make it a show.
To give this country a name and to make artists seen and to make them heard. That's why Soulfest exists. Over time, it has to stop being about Sauti Sol.
It has to. I see what you're saying, but for now.
I know. But you know, guys, it's been 5 years, by the way. I want to say thank you to the fans.
No, we love it.
Because we've had a festival. A festival running 5 years is no joke. Mudhoni Drama Queen has done Blankets and Mine for 17.
Yeah, 17. What I'm essentially hearing, one of the challenges we have in our culture is toxic, and that we need to... But it's competition as well, right? It's also, but it's negative. It's toxic competition.
I believe a foreign act can come any day.
Any day.
Yeah, they should be able to come and perform in Kenya. Why? Because I'm a foreign act sometimes, bro. I go to other countries and I perform as a foreign act. But sometimes, as people, we are so critical of our own when we do things. You know, when there was no drinks at Blankets and Wine and they had that issue with the network and M-Pesa and stuff, Kenyans went to the Consumer Association and really gave Mudhoni a headache. And it was heartbreaking to see Kenyans saying that this festival should be cancelled without thinking how many artists Mudhoni has brought on that platform.
I mean, yeah.
Mudhoni has an incubator program that develops musicians. Mudhoni has put all of us and given us a livelihood, man, and put us on that stage. We want to now throw the water out, the baby. Yeah, you know, the bathwater and the baby. But when it was this one-time ponies who have come here under the protection of the state and wealthy parents and have done something that has resulted in a murder
or death, we were not as angry as we should have been. I've heard you.
And there, I have a problem.
I've heard you. That's a deep, in fact, that's deep.
And if that shit happened in Soulfest, right now, I'd be behind bars.
The standard is different for you.
You know how much money I spent on security in Soulfest?
I had you saying...
9 million. This last year, it was 9 mic.
I had you saying for every 20, there's one.
Yeah. There's layers of security in Soulfest, man. From the time ufiki hapo kwa hiyo nini ya kuingia kani, niko na karao, niko na G4S, niko na plain clothes, niko na Langata police station hapo OCS. nimepata special facilitation. Huko ndani niko na ma DCI. Hata huwezi be able to see hapo ndani. Yani like the way we spend so much on security, and I really want to thank my team, the B company, Zahida and Kavutha, for just being anal about that stuff and making sure that we can never go down on security. Experience comes first. I'd rather we even break even, but give people the experience, because a good name is better currency than any money can ever give you.
And this then brings me to, let's talk about sports experiences.
Yeah.
I hate watching Kenyan football.
Why?
But I love watching Kenyan basketball. I love watching Kenyan rugby.
Yeah, man.
I love watching Kenyan running. Right?
Yeah. You know why you hate Kenyan football?
It's the match fixing.
Nope. It's the branding.
It's the match fixing,
First of all, basketball, you're a basketball head.
Proper.
So remove yourself from basketball.
But I'm also a football head.
Okay, you're a soccer head.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Even me, man. Don't talk about Arsenal right now.
No, we're winning. Don't give up.
Okay.
We are leaders of our generation, Bien. If we give up on Arsenal before we made it to the quarters, I mean, we made it now to semis. Sunday, I'm confident we're winning Man City. And you know, when we release this, Arsenal would already have won. So I have to be optimistic.
Okay. Fair point. Me, I'm just like, you know what? Now, Arsenal, do what you want. Do what you want.
You're upset.
I'm upset,
They
bro.
keep passing the ball back to Raya.
Upset. I can't, man. I don't even watch the games anymore. I woke up in the morning and I look at the score. I'm like, kwanza ya juzi ilinibo.
By the way,
Sijui Bournemouth ni team gani? Yaani unaangalia hii ni team gani imetuchapa sasa?
Imagine. And it's here, you know. The thing is here. It's here.
Man. You know, at some point I asked myself if supporting Arsenal affects my music career.
Does it?
I think for a large percent, even you in business,
it changes my mood.
It does change your mood, but also you cannot keep supporting a losing club. It's like putting money in a business venture that's consistently failing. You put your time in that shit.
I hear you.
One.
But
two,
it's religious almost.
Two, that energy can seep into your life in a way you have top goals and top things to achieve, but you always almost achieve them.
Yeah.
You never hit your... And like those,
and that's the problem with Arsenal.
That's the problem with Arsenal. That's the problem. And also like it seeps into your day-to-day life. So me, I'm just like, sometimes I get pissed. I'm an Arsenal fan. I've been to the stadium like 3 times. Travel Rwanda have a box there. And every time I go there, I make some calls. I go to the box. I watch the games. But yeah.
Okay, then let's not talk about football, because then I have the same negative sentiment about Kenyan football.
You know the issue I have with Kenyan football is the teams, except Gor Mahia and FC Leopards, maybe Shabana. Nobody wants to go and watch Chemiril Sugar playing. And corporate needs to understand that they can sponsor a club, but clubs must be owned by the people. The reason why Nairobi City Thunder is a beautiful team is because I'm never going to leave my house to go and watch Kenya Post, KPA, or Kenya Post Authority,
or Equity Bank.
Strath. I don't
Strath
care.
I might, because maybe I went to Strath.
Okay, if you went to Strath, then you can be a fan maybe from Primo to high school to uni, maybe with your masters there. It makes,
but you're not watching.
But you're never going to see a uni. You're never going to see a uni in NCAA playing in the NBA. You get so unis must stay in the uni lane, and their dominance in that uni lane is cool. But Nairobi City Thunder is special to us because it's a team where you and me, first of all, it's apolitical.
Yes. I love that about it.
Gor Mahia and FC are tribal teams.
Tribal team.
Me, by virtue that I'm Luya, I can't be a Gor fan.
You can't. By the way, you cannot. You have betrayed your people.
Yani is like, hey, this is an abomination.
You can't even be a fan of Mathare United. They'll be like, what do you mean? There's FC.
So it's an abomination, but Nairobi City Thunder is apolitical, it's tribeless, it's partyless. And I love being a fan of. They've revolutionized the sport of basketball in this place.
I love my
Yeah.
favorite thing. So when I go for the games and when they have like a fast break, because now the problem that has happened with Nairobi City Thunder is they've become so good for the Kenyan
They
league.
do.
They're winning by 50 points, right?
Yeah.
So I have this chant where I go, entertain us,
Yeah.
right? Because I want now that's what I want.
Yeah,
Dunk.
they start dunking, they start doing stuff.
Do the alley hoop.
I was at the BL in South Africa because I'm the BL ambassador.
Oh, nice.
And,
How do I become an ambassador? Because this is real. Like I don't even think I want to be courtside.
But yeah,
I just want to not miss any of the games from because I really enjoy from quarters to finals.
This year has really been magical for me. I went for the NBA All-Star games.
Damn.
At the Clippers stadium.
How was that?
It was amazing. You know, when you grow up watching this, you remember when we used to have a tape of NBA dunking contest in the estate.
In the store. And then everyone shares.
Everyone used to share it. Guys used to come and watch, like, hey, I'm a dunk. And, just being in that space at that time, watching the celebrity match and being like, man, I should have played this celebrity match, man. I would have been dunking on these niggas here.
They don't even know.
They don't know.
That you're a beast.
Yeah, man. And then from that now, I went to SA a week ago to the BAL. And man, I'm telling you, that shit was amazing. African basketball has gone.
It's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming
in leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I feel it.
And Nairobi City Thunder didn't win. Okay, we won 2 games, but we didn't progress to the playoffs. But we are the best homegrown team. After Angola, we're the best homegrown team.
Because everyone else is kind of political, government.
Like Rwanda is RSSF, the Rwanda Social Security Fund. So it's like us guys, NSSF being the best team in the BL. I don't want to go and watch NSSF playing.
They take my money.
Yeah, respectfully. And I'm not saying this.
You have no beef with the NSSF.
I have no beef with the NSSF. I have no
don't have that affinity
with KCB. KCB sponsors my festival.
Yeah.
But I think KCB should sponsor a basketball team.
Yeah.
That's
with the people.
With the people and run well.
Yeah.
Like they should have, and what they should actually be doing is helping teams build business structures.
Yes, because they have the capital, they have the experience. Invest
in teams so that teams are able to have mental coaches, so that teams are able to have like a branding department. Like, yesterday I was talking to Colin from Nairobi City Thunder. Those are the things we're talking about. Nairobi City Thunder out of the woods, and now they're able to think above and beyond the day-to-day needs. So we're talking about how can we brand the players different. How can we build stories around the players? Because now I'm watching NBA All-Star games and I'm telling my wife, 3-point contest, that's Devon Brooks. And she's like, no, that's Kendall Jenner's boyfriend. She interacts with Devon Brooks in a totally different way. Likewise.
I didn't even know she was whoever that is.
Exactly. Even me, I was like,
huh? He's dating who?
That's Kendall Jenner's boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I think we need to build a bit of pop culture in the scene also, so that we can get the alternative audience of people like Cheeky, who love seeing people dunking and stuff, but they don't know much about the sport. They don't know the rules. They want to know, who is this player dating? Oh, that guy is so cute.
Yeah, damn.
I'm buying his merch.
Yeah.
And that's how we're gonna get the team rolling. So I like NGC, man. I love NCT. I like NCT. I like what they're doing. And yeah, man, I want to be involved.
When you were at the All-Star game, because now, this is Envy. You've ever heard of Envy? You saw LeBron. I heard you saying you think LeBron's goal is to be better than Michael. I think that's almost impossible.
I think, also me right now, he's 42. He's in his sunset. But he's a better human being than Michael Jordan.
Let's debate this. Tell me more.
Listen, man, LeBron is playing with his son in the NBA.
It's a dream.
Listen, we have never seen that happen. And that's something you can only achieve.
And you can't deny the chemistry.
Between him and Bronny.
Yeah.
When father and son on the court, it's beautiful.
Yes.
I actually went to watch an Atlanta Hawks game after that. And the Lakers were playing. And on that day, they played together.
Oh.
And it was just sweet to see them assist, rebound, together. The chemistry is amazing.
I'll be in the US during the playoffs, so I'm going to catch a couple of playoff games.
Yeah. That's a dream for me. I've never watched a playoff game live.
Oh, so I'm gonna do that
I'm
before
the guys
you.
waking up at 3 a.m.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm those guys. Okay.
So I feel like and also LeBron has the I Promise School, and LeBron gives more in charity than Jordan does. And I feel like Jordan takes. He's a billionaire he's those billionaires. Jordan is a billionaire from selling J's. He's also in NASCAR and a ton of other business ventures.
Are you telling me
But
Jordan has not shaped a whole generation in terms of how he inspired them?
inspiration is one thing.
Gave us fire, gave us heart.
Giving.
He gives us.
He
gives us.
He's given everything on the court, and that's why his reward is so massive. But now, everybody who's interacted with Jordan will tell you he's a shit guy. His team doesn't like him. His teammates don't like him. Akina Scottie Pippen. And kwanza when that Last Dance thing came out, all the guys who were on the Last Dance thing were like, "Oh man, the way it was edited to make this nigga look like he was a hero, to make him look like he was this," and we were just like, conduits to the wins and everything. It didn't feel good. So Jordan doesn't make me feel like LeBron is a better human being.
I don't want to debate about who's a better.
Let's say you can say all you want. Jordan is a better player. LeBron is a better human being.
So you agree that Michael Jordan is the GOAT? Even now, you just stand outside. We hear, and we miss him.
Me, what I say is there can never be the greatest of all time in basketball. There can be the greatest starting five of all time.
Who's your greatest starting five?
Steph Curry on point.
Okay.
Kobe on shooting guard. Jordan on 3. LeBron on 4. Shaq 5.
Me, I'd remove LeBron. I'd put KD.
Utumalize hii podcast hata tumeongea sana.
I'd put KD. I'd put KD.
KD is just a 4. KD ni normal lakini KD ni 3.
KD is a 3 and I'd probably put Jordan at 4. Because Jordan could play anywhere but center.
No, Jordan is better as a 3.
He's the best 3.
Exactly. So leave him there. He's the best 3 in the world.
But we've just said we're building the super team. And Jodo, you see 3 and 4 can rotate. You can play 3 on offense, 4 on defense.
Yeah.
I want to close this out. Any questions for me?
Yeah, man. Any questions for you? What's your number? When are you going to buy your freedom? Are you going to keep on busting your ass to make tons of money and hit those billionaire goals? Like, when does Kevin Mutiso say, like, me now, I've actualized, I don't need to work anymore? When do we stop chasing the entrepreneurship carrot?
As I told you before, mine is a mission and a purpose to make Africa the most modern place on earth by 2050. So for me, it isn't a number per se. It's a place and a state we must get to.
You know something, Kevin, Chiki, you're a politician now. Because
No.
even me by 2050, I hope the music I put out, Bob Marley hoped, he died in 1981.
Yeah.
81.
He's been dead longer than he was ever alive.
Yeah.
I heard that statistic the other day and it blew my mind.
Yeah. And Bob Marley sang songs hoping that those songs would bring world peace, hoping that those songs would change the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say his music has changed the world because when you listen to Bob Marley in the morning, it impacts your day. You're a more empathetic human being.
That's true.
You go out there and you grind and you get your goals, But because now this is an entrepreneurship conversation, you can't distance yourself from numbers. So what number is it that you, when you get that number, your purpose will either be enhanced or might change?
I've never given it the thought that way. So maybe for me, it's about I literally want to own
$1 billion.
For me, that's what I'm trying to say. I want to own the Kenyan version of a Berkshire Hathaway, right?
Berkshire Hathaway. Gari za Berkshire Hathaway tunapandia wapi? Hiyo ni nini?
Berkshire Hathaway is the business Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger started in 1963. And
okay, that just it's a holding for many different companies.
But holding for companies that propel society forward. Like in fact, I always so the day I buy my first Class A Berkshire Hathaway share, I'll never need to invest in another American.
How much is it?
It's about we have to check, but it's usually between $300,000 to $600,000.
Oh, you buy one share,
and then they're never traded. So they trade Class A and Class B. No one ever really sells a Class A. It's very rare. The only time Class A's are sold is if somebody dies and it's part of the estate and they're liquidating the estate, or somebody goes broke, or the bank is liquidated.
What do the dividends look like?
They don't pay dividends.
So now you kama tu status symbol.
No, it has capital gains. Essentially, you're buying the best of America. So they own the best assets in America. They collect all the cash and then they reinvest it. Yeah. So I want to, that's for me when I have my Kenyan African version of Berkshire Hathaway. I own the railways, I own the supermarkets, I own the...
capitalism.
Not I, but we.
And then you want to talk about wild dogs. I'll kick you, bro.
But Berkshire is a pack. Berkshire is a pack. So we own the railways, we own the supermarkets, we own the petrol, we own the energy, we own the Apple, we own the, and we have designed the system to just generate value for Americans. I mean, now for Berkshire, it's Americans. For Kenya, it would be for Kenyans and Africans. So they have maybe 7-8 million employees, right? Average salary is probably about $1,500. So imagine that monthly wage bill. America would be dead without Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the number? You're a politician. That's what I'm saying. You're a capitalist politician, you guys. I'm seeing you becoming a politician very soon. You'll try and become governor in this town one day.
No. In fact,
because you've evaded that question.
Because it's not a number. It's not a number. I mean, yes. Maybe yes. I do.
What do you think is a good number for somebody who is on the... Okay, let me restructure it. Not you.
Let me.
But if somebody is grinding, because me, I hear these things in these money conversations, these money podcasts. Like when you make $7 million, you're good for the rest of your life.
If you make $5 million and then you hold it in a structure that you can liquidate it, a large part of it fast enough, that's a good place to be. If you make $50 million, maybe let me answer the question that way, right? So 5, it's kind of behind me. So like 5, then 50, then 50, then 500, then 500, then a B. Then a B is a different stratosphere, right? Because once you have a B, it doesn't really matter that you have a B or 10B. If you have a B and you have 100B, your life doesn't fundamentally shift after that. So at $5M, you live an okay.
Listen, at 5M, you're wealthier than 99% of people on this planet. You're saying that's okay.
Okay, in that you can impact enough people. At 50, you now can make shit happen. Like you can walk into Ruto's office. You literally could land and go straight to Ruto's office if you wanted at 50.
50 million is like 5B Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
With that kind of money.
7B. It's about 7B.
You can go to Ruto's office. Okay.
I mean, you can land and then you can make shit happen.
Yeah.
At 500M, you're now at what? 70, 80B. You're part of the economy in a structure. We call it systemic, too big to fail. At a B, you're now really too big to fail. Yeah. And maybe that's what I say. I want to be too big to fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, man.
That's honesty. Bien?
I think mine is.
Yeah.
I want to give too much to fail.
You want to give too much to fail.
Yeah. I want to be like Mr. Courier. Because this episode started with mentorship. So I want to end it with mentorship. I want to give so much that I'll never fail because my relationships and the people I've given to.
But you talked about number. You see the politician. You talked about a number.
See, we are now going with you. We are not going with you.
The
so
number.
Me, I want to give so too much to fail.
I love that, and that's a beautiful way to end this because truly
and serve.
But even that's what I'm saying. True, if you have a pack, you serve, and I think just to end this, may Mr. Courier's soul rest in peace.
Ah man, Papa, we love you, man.
Yeah, we loved you. We thank you. I never told you how he helped me.
By the way.
So I met him in 2009 at a wedding.
Okay.
It was one of these fancy weddings. It was one of our classmates. So the audience may not know this, but Polycarp and I were classmates, fancy fingers. And one of our classmates got married really young, and Mr. Courier was a guest at that wedding. And I got to kind of chat with him, and he was very kind, very gracious. Then over the years, he followed my entrepreneurial pursuits. So one day I'm telling him I'm building this thing called Oye. And Oye is the Boda Boda platform. So he calls me and he says, let's have lunch. So the same Muthaiga Country Club, I go sit, and then he asks me like those deep questions, like you did, why, how. So why are you so certain the Boda will do this and not this? Why do you think da 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 da? And he was sold. And at the time, he was the chairman of, and even at the time of his death, the chairman of Britam.
Yeah.
So Britam was my first institutional investor in OA.
Wow.
Now in finance, the moment you get an institutional investor, it changes the
Everything,
game.
the networks.
Yeah,
man.
So he opened that door for
like
me.
A rich dad.
Yeah, he opened that door for me, man. Man, I'm now speaking in London because now he's given that credibility is now on the business and on me. So I'll be forever grateful. And in fact, in December, we bumped into each other because we hadn't talked because. Once you now are in the system, you can't break governance structures because now it becomes,
There's a bureaucracy.
There's now bureaucracy. Yeah. So there were certain updates I couldn't give him until it had gone through the system so that then it's kosher, they're a listed company, etc. And I wish I knew it was the last time I'd see him.
Yeah, man.
I wish I knew. Yeah. I'd have asked him more questions.
Yeah, because of my trauma growing up, I really wanted to. It's been like I wanted to build a home for myself. So I was telling him, there's always this conversation of, is that the best use of money? Is it the best use of money?
Yeah, he loves asking that question. Yeah,
to put 40 million in a piece of land in Karen and then build a house, your dream home, or should that money do something else for you? And he told me, Bien, no matter what I tell you, you're never going to live your life peacefully until you've built that home. So, go and build that home.
Damn. I didn't expect that.
And we're talking about this in his house in Runda. And he told me the story of how him and his wife worked together to get the home in Runda. And how that home has been a blessing to him and his family. And he's hosted there so much. And so, I'm in the process of acquiring... of building now and acquiring a home for myself.
Congratulations.
For my family. But the last text he sent me was, wewe, updates za kujenga. And that's the last WhatsApp message he sent me.
Oh, man.
He said, I'm seeing you're doing something with Tasker based to billboards. Hey, wakulipe vizuri. Updates za kujenga. So that's my dad, man.
And on that note, thank you very much, Bien. This has been super fun.
I know, man. I've never spoken on a podcast. It's been like 3 hours.
Yeah. Bro. And I didn't realize you're a real intellectual, man.
Really?
You're a real intellectual.
I don't come off as intellectual when you see me and at face value.
Yeah.
But it takes one to bring out that from somebody else.
Appreciate that. You didn't talk about your album, but I guess you will.
Just listen, man. The album is going to be a class act. I've gone to different Kenyan communities.
I hope you went to my Kamba people.
Hey, bro, I have the craziest Kamba song. I'll play for you in my car before we leave.
Oh, nice. No, I have to.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, man. That's
Easy,
it.
my G. Bless.
Yes.